Give the algorithm and system a minute to send out notifications, and we'll see. Gonzo beat us this morning as the first one here. Marcos and then Blessed. Good morning, everybody. Coming to you live deep from South Texas. This is OMKR. Patrick, starting off your morning the right way with good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. I hope that this morning finds you happy, healthy, and whole. H to the third power. You like that intro? It's like built up to a whole big intro now. Do you like it? It's getting there. It's getting there. It's gonna eventually be formalized, and I'll have a steady intro that I use every single time. But I'd like to let these things kind of happen naturally and organically when I can. And it's fun, kind of like the Be Nice thing. So good morning, everybody. It was a fun night last night. We did really good on the views. We also did really really good and on racking up hours this past week. We are currently at. Let me find my notes. There we go. We are currently at 1,854 hours for the channel. Now, that's assuming they don't take any away, but it looks like they're letting me keep the stuff from Monday. So cross your fingers, guys. All the help is super appreciated. Good morning, Dana. Good morning, Marcos. And as I was saying earlier, to the ones who were here earlier, Gonzo and Blessed, good morning. I'm hoping you all pop back in. So this morning, the weather is going to be hot. It's sunny. There are no clouds in the sky. This is Texas. You gotta love it. This is Texas right there. See that blue sky up there? Not a cloud in the darn sky. And that means probably no rain. Is it morning already, Blessed? Did you not sleep last night? Wouldn't surprise me. Some people don't. I used to have insomnia bad. I would be up, all night for like 1 or 2 nights a week. Yeah, at times. Just because of working graveyard shift and stuff, my sleep schedule took 20 years to recover from that. I still prefer nighttime for being awake. Although obviously my career and stuff, it doesn't allow for that. So I've developed into trying to be a positive morning person too, which was work, let me tell you. It took a lot of work to become a positive morning person. Let's put this down a little bit and get a little bit of light off of my face. So yes, it is morning. Weezy, good morning. So real quick, Weezy, for coming to my morning show, you automatically are going to become a moderator. Standard moderator there. Everyone who comes to my morning show, I'm turning you all into moderators. You don't have to come to the moderator me if you don't want to. The reason I'm doing that is because when I run my giveaway, I'm having a special giveaway for the moderators, and that will include you all. I'm also having a special giveaway. Well, I'm having 2 special giveaways. So we're giving the silver away because you guys have been working so hard to get my hours in. Thank you all. 1,800 hours in a month and a half. If we keep this up, we will have this channel monetized, and we will be having giveaways every week where I'm sending you all, someone in the group, something really cool. So getting the hours in, I'm giving away an ounce of silver and a special nostalgic swag pack that has like a bunch of more rare stickers in it and like an original Forrest Hank, that type of stuff. Again, I'll be posting videos all week up until the giveaway on the different prize packages. That being said, I want everyone in here that comes into the morning show regularly to be on that moderator list, because you guys are the ones that have really been pushing to get me over the hump, and you all have been coming in every morning for the most part. Thank you. That's just the first. That's the first of many. Obviously the winner's prize pack is a big one. I mean, that's a $350 knife. And then Middle Complex's prize pack, which I'll be posting tonight, is a big one. Again, much more expensive than the one I'm giving away. That being said, it's not always about price, right? It's also about branding and the one you want and versus, all that stuff. So, and of course, anyone who wins anything's probably going to be ecstatic. At least I would be if I were winning any of this stuff. And that's my goal. I want to give you stuff that I'd be happy to win, right? I mean, what's the point otherwise? Ed, who... Fed Ed came in last night, and I decided to spontaneously do a giveaway, and Ed won last night, a Reiki knife. And Now that's one where I'm actually have to qualify it. I'm not super fond of that knife, but I'm hoping he'll like it. You know what I mean? It is super slicey and sharp. I'm hoping he'll like it. Um, Actually, I believe I have a couple of the moderators that are supervising moderators, and they can put other moderators in timeout, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm not sure that moderators can't put moderators in timeout, but anyway, but yeah, no worries. Ed, I'm super excited about that knife and sending it to you. I hope you emailed me your address and stuff. Make sure you get that to me, patrickpt@aol.com or the 1 Minute Knife Review at Google. Okay, one of those two. Send me emails. Make sure that you got your information to me. Clint, good morning. Mr. Skullfire, good morning. Dana, I think I said hi already, but good morning. Let's see here. Oh, Mr. Skullfire, thank you for all the help and views. To give you an update, our current hours are at 1854, and it looks like they're letting me keep these hours this time. They haven't started taking any away, so I think the change in approach or strategy is actually being effective. So thank you all very much. And as I was saying, we're having two special giveaways, one for the moderators and one for all the morning people that are also going to be moderators. That way I can keep you all in one group. That's the only way I could figure out to do it, to make sure I got the morning people included. I didn't want I want to reward all of you guys that come in here on the regular, especially. You know what I mean? You guys have been motivating me and keeping me inspired and keeping me going. And so, if you leave a comment, I will make you a moderator because you're in the morning show, and then we will go from there. How are you feeling, legendary brother? And everyone wishing each other good morning. How's the weather where you're at? What are you carrying? What is up with your morning today? Let me know what's going. Blessed is carrying. You were ready. The Cold Steel Recon Tanto left cargo pocket is the SOG Flash AT. The Klacken Flint in the left hip. Kaiser Quartz in the right top. Cold Steel SR1 Tanto, right cargo. Gonzo FH12, and then sack in the pocket. Yeah, I need to start doing my pocket dumps by pocket, right? Because, if I'm actually carrying all this stuff, yeah, I'll try that. Maybe I'll do a pocket dump here for you all in a little bit. We'll see. If not, I've done videos in the past of what my carry is, and it doesn't vary much beyond the knife. My primary knife today is the AD 20.5, and I'm carrying this today because I was being nostalgic. I ran into Troy, Tree Stabbing Troy, last night in one of the lives, and I was super excited to see him when I was just popping in and out of different people's lives to try and give people view time and pay back and just be there. Anyway, I'm super excited to see him because he sent me this knife. This was a gift from him, and so I was excited to see him. And I hope maybe in the future he sees this and knows I haven't forgotten. It is a fidget beast, and the sounds are awesome. Good morning, Brown Sugar. How you doing, Sharon? I hope this morning finds you happy, healthy, and whole. H to the third power. Do you like the logo I used for my moderator meeting tonight at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time? If you want to be there, we're going to go over all the basic stuff that I want for the live stream because has the potential to get out of control. And I just want to make sure everyone's on the same page, with it. You don't have to be there, but if you are there, and then you guys already are going to have the moderator status, but other people that come into that particular live stream, I will be adding to moderators as well. I don't expect a huge number of people to be trying just to become moderators, so I'll be asking them to tell me if they want to be. Of course, it is a moderator meeting, right? Anyway, so let's see here. More news and updates about things. I'm still waiting on Jared's knives. Might have to start harassing him. He hasn't answered me about any kind of tracking or anything. He did say he shipped them like last weekend, but he hasn't responded on tracking and stuff, so I have no idea what's up with that. It is what it is. Not gonna stress about it. You'll drop that off. Awesome. Yeah. And speaking of tracking, throw me the tracking on that. Mine will be a couple days because I'm gonna probably be shipping out Ed's and yours together, probably Tuesday, right after the thing. That way I can get everyone's price packages together maybe I want to try and get them all out by Tuesday. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but I'm going to try. So, oh no, I want to get that to you fast. I'm all about. Um, it's all about reliability and reputation, right? I mean, you say you're going to do something, you got something for somebody, you're making a deal, whatever it is, you want to follow through and be on top of that, and that's just what I believe. Okay, um, so I'll be on it. I'll keep you informed. More importantly, I'll keep you 100% informed as to every step of what I'm doing. Excuse me, guys. Let me get a drink of water in my throat. There we go. Let me tell you, allergies down here are horrible. Um, when it dries up, you get all the dust and tree pollen allergies. Then when it rains, everything blooms in the world, and which we get rain once every month or two. And then yes, please, thank you. And then after the rain, everything gets moldy, and all the grasses grow, and then they pollinate. So it's just like a constant stream of immune system assault here in the valley. It's insane. I thought moving down here would be good. Stay in bed, Ed. Don't hurt your back. Yeah, stay in bed. You don't want to get out of bed. You know what, Ed? If you don't have to, it's okay. But my recommendation for everybody, guys, just to be aware of it, is that you get up and move around every hour to 2 hours, even if you are mobility limited, or especially if you are mobility limited. Get yourself moving as much as you can every 2 hours during the day. It is vital to your well-being and your health going forward in the future. So make sure you keep yourself moving. Okay, that's just my off the cuff non-personalized medical advice for most people. The more you move, the more you live. The less you move, the less you live. And if you stop moving, you stop living. So keep that in mind. What else we got happening here today? I had a topic that popped into my mind. Well, first of all, I always bring something. Right? I try if I remember. So Gonzo, here is the Mordax. Now the pouch has a little nick in it where I must have nicked it at some point, pulling it in and out just to look at and go, ooh, this is a pretty knife. But otherwise, this knife is, I just want to give you a quick look at it. Super pristine, very pretty, nothing going on. There's your blade. There's your grind lines. So anyway, doing a trade with Gonzo. So just so you guys know, sorry to occupy your time with that. Excellent knife. So the Protec Mordax is one. You notice, guys, when I brought all my Protecs, I never brought this knife. I kept wondering why I kept forgetting it, why I never brought it. Well, I guess it's probably because I never actually owned it. It was meant for a trade that was going to happen in the future. That psychic stuff, I'm telling you, it just keeps happening. So I brought pins with me today. A large collection of pins that all have history and meaning and more. So later on, if the conversation's lagging, I'm going to start whipping out pins and we're going to start talking about them. So don't make me do that. Make sure I will never ever. Are you talking about the same Gonzo we're talking about here that's in the chat, or are you talking about a different Gonzo? Because I certainly hope you're talking about a different Gonzo there, Marcos. But yes, I will always do my 100% best to live up to my promises to you. And I want to be clear here, I expect 100% to be called on them if I do not. And Marcos and Gonzo, no drama in here, but if y'all want to work it out privately, I would love for you guys to. Okay? I mean, work that shit out. Don't be all negative to each other. The world's a dark place. We don't need other good people to make it darker. Let's make it brighter. So yeah, maybe go back and figure whatever that all was. Anyway, we're packaging you up in the original Protec with the original Protec sticker there, and in it goes. I'll be looking for your tracking, and then we'll get this one out to you. If I can get it back in the pouch with this thing on it. There we go. All right. So very, very cool. Um, yeah, reputation's important, and it can come back to haunt you, can't it? If you do have a bad deal in the past or something. So yeah, keep your deals on the up and up, and keep yourselves doing well. And that's the only way to improve your reputation too. Keep that in mind, just for reference. If you've had done some damage, and it can happen, shit happens, right? The world's a rough place. Everyone has a momentary lapse of reason or something. Yeah, you guys figure that out, please. I want to hear tomorrow. I'm gonna give you homework, right? I want to hear tomorrow. Y'all come back in here and say, "Hey, we worked it out. We're all good." All right. But no, if you don't, you don't. It's on you all. I am here to lift everybody up and to make everyone have a good day. And like Ed says, forgiving and forgetting is a good thing too. But hey, Marcos, the fact that you were willing to bring it up and not be super aggressive about it, thank you. I mean that. Thank you. Um, let's let you guys work that out privately, and we'll pray for y'all and hope that y'all do better with it. All right. And I also sincerely hope Gonzo does not ever dream of doing anything like that if it ever happened in the future, or whatever happened. I hope it's just miscommunication. Shit happens. Um, it takes a long time to rebuild a reputation. You damage it, it can take a long, long, long time, if you ever manage to rebuild it, and that's just the way it goes. Um, yeah, we have a habit of being human. You never know what someone may have been going through at a point in time. It's easy to make mistakes in life, and that's one of the nice things about the life we have here in the modern world. We can make mistakes and they're not fatal. In the natural world, if you're out trying to live and you make a mistake, whether it be with your tribe, your family, whatever, or the animals that you're living with, or whatever, you make a mistake, it's going to kill you. So, one of the nice things about being human in the modern world is we can make mistakes and then we can atone and we can get better and we can become better people. Kelly, good morning. Thank you. I appreciate it. And please be in and out or let it run in the background even. Everyone's been so helpful in getting hours. We have managed to bank over, what did I read the total as? And I'll look it up because I can't believe it. 1,850 hours. I think I had a couple of hundred when I started my push, if that many. And so it has been all you guys. And that's one of the reasons why I am really pushing and making sure I am going to reward the morning crew that comes in here. Because you guys have been here from the beginning. I just started with the morning show. And so I just want to make sure you guys know that you are valued and that you're special for coming in here. Um, Brian owes Kelly? What's that all about? I'm not sure how I know who Brian is, but okay. Um, Whatever that's about. I hope it's a good owing, not a bad owing. Ah, thanks. Now remember, also you have to. Oh, no worries, Kelly. We're doing great with the hours. Remember, you have to stop it and start it every hour or two because the YouTube will just take it away, and I don't want you wasting your time and doing something that you're trying to be nice and then it just ends up being ineffective and it doesn't do anything. That's not the way to go. So, Brian is your hubby. Oh, okay. I don't know these things. I don't track names very well. You know that, right? I've talked about this. But very good, very, very good. Well, I guess he owes you for something. I don't know what he owes you for, but I guess he owes you for something. We all owe our spouses for everything. You know what? I have to tell people every once in a while because sometimes I'll go. I'm doing therapy, right? Enter a person's house, and there's tension between the couple, right? You can feel it, right? I mean, first of all, I'm invading people's homes. I do this for a living, right? I just barge right into people's houses and I sit down and I not only make myself at home, I make myself boss in their home. And that's a really weird thing to do when you think about it, right? Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that I was wearing scrubs and holding a clipboard, no one would ever allow me to do that, right? If I knocked on someone's door and said, "Hi, I'm Patrick. I want to come in and talk to you for a minute. Come here," and no one's gonna let you in their door. I walk up on their door and I'm holding the clipboard and I'm in scrubs. And, "Hi, I'm Patrick. I need to see so and so for their evaluation," and I just start walking in. And most of the time, people are like, "Oh yeah," and they start moving out of the way before I even start walking. But it is really cool. Uh, I get to tell people once in a while, remember why you married this person. Remember why you're together. And I also like to remind, especially men, because it's often men that'll be a little gripey. Yeah, she's always telling me what to do. She wants me dead, or something like that. I've actually heard that before, right? And I'm like, dude, if she wanted you dead, you would have been dead a long time ago. And I like to remind people of that. Blue, am I missing people? I'm not seeing Blue in here. I'm on the wrong chat then, aren't I? Let me fix this. Fix my chat so I can see. There's Blue. Okay, there we go. All messages. There we go. Anyway, good morning, Blue. Thanks for coming in and joining us. I was just going on about Chihuahuas. Yeah, you know what? Chihuahuas are the most aggressive. Well, second most aggressive. The most aggressive are the blue shepherds, the Australian uh, sheepdog shepherds or whatever they are. And then the redhead ones, the red shepherds, they tend to be right behind those in terms of being somewhat aggressive and stuff. I've told the stories about that. And the only times I've ever been bit while I've been working in 28 years has been with one of those blues. And she had just had puppies, and it is what it is. The family was not taking care of her properly, and if a dog bites somebody, it's always a person's fault, in my opinion. Just so you know that if a dog bites, it's either my fault or it's the owner's fault because they knew their dog would bite, or their dog doesn't normally bite, and I did something wrong. It's one of the two things. And I never get mad at a dog because, and so if we have a bite, because we're doing medical, we are really supposed to, and probably required, even though I haven't once, report it to the police by law, because the dog has to be checked. We have to check for rabies. We have to all that type of stuff, right? And I don't ever want to do, yeah, the blue and red healers, exactly. I don't ever want to do that to someone's family member because a dog, um, a dog, any pet, any animal, after years becomes a member of your family. They're just as important to you. Well, not just as important, but nearly just as important to you as a child, right? I mean, they become really, and for some people, they do become their children even. And I never want to be an agent of sending the state in on people to destroy their family, the dog or other animal, because I did something stupid. You know what I mean? So I'm really really careful. But yeah, if animals you call the Chihuahuas ankle biters, they're nippers. Yeah. Fortunately, their teeth are usually scrubs hang loose. Unfortunately, their teeth are usually not long enough to get into the scrub to my skin. Thank you. It's very. I'm very glad that that's the case. So, yeah, if our wives wanted us gone, we would be gone. I don't understand how people don't realize that, and that's probably true the other way around too, right? If we don't want to be with your wife, you're not going to be. So stop. No, never be negative and angry and have it last. And never go to bed angry. True story. Had a guy in one of my classes. This was before I went to PT school. I did do like a year of electronics school. Oh boy, let me tell you some stuff about electronics. I did a year of electronics school, and one of the students in the class that was sitting next to me, I became friends with because I'm gregarious. I meet people. Um, Told me a story of how, yeah, he had his wife die after they had a big fight, and she died on the way to work. And so, yeah, you never want to be real negative. You always want to be positive for people because you just never know. And never go to bed angry. If you can solve it before you go to bed. Not that I always live up to that, but that is the way it is. Your dog is all bark and no bite. 110 pounds of bark. Yeah, I have seen some pretty big, pretty scary dogs. I've seen some pretty big dogs though that were just such sweethearts. You just look at them and they look at you. You make eye contact. You can just tell that dog just wants to give you a big hug. They're not going to do anything ever. Never been bitten by a Chihuahua. Me neither. Brother-in-law had his lip split by one once. I won't let them near my face. So real quick, P&W, fun stuff, does pins. And so I've got a pin collection. And I've got two that I've won. And in fact, I think I gave one away or am giving one away in one of the giveaway packages. So a third one. And these are all ones. These are the hand card ones that he did that I had won over the years. Um, Interestingly, while the appearance may look somewhat rough, whatever. I mean, it's not the most machine tooled, perfect thing in the world. He has got a feel for the ergonomics. I mean, I'm a certified ergonomic assessment specialist. Okay, I've actually had training on how to assess how the human body interacts with machinery and equipment and devices. Okay, and so PNW has a good sense of mechanical ergonomics on the pin work that he did. And like I said, I mean, you look at the uneven stuff, whatever. I mean, it's all hand carved. It's cool, but there's something about it. Yeah, the talent is there in a tactile way that is way beyond the visual. I just trying to put it that way. It is way beyond the visual. Let's see here. We can go. I'll save the tactical and the cool pins for last and all of that stuff. But we got these guys here. Let's see. So now I have pins from around the world. All right, I have pins from all around the world. Hey, Ron Crow. Hey, Jim Miller. Thanks for coming in. Let me check here and make sure I haven't missed anyone else coming in. Okay, good. And everyone's been talking about. We're talking about. For some reason, got off on talking about dogs and dog bites this morning. But I'm talking about my pin collection because But anyone can talk about anything they want, and please do. As long as it makes you happy, makes you smile, and makes your day better, and that you leave here doing better than you came in, it's exactly what I've always hoped for. So these are all from places I've been. We have Belize, Progreso in the Yucatan, and Roatan Island in Honduras. And these are all places I've been. And this one has a Mayan mask on it. There we go. Kind of cool. This one has a toucan or other tropical bird. I'm not sure exactly. And if you've ever been anywhere in Mexico, yeah, you know these guys, the fish of the trees, or whatever you want to call them. Iguanas are everywhere, and they are just really. I mean, obviously native down there, but they are everywhere, and they are just crazy. You can't avoid them. And did you know iguanas probably all made in China? Yeah, probably. So shipped from China too. Yeah, probably all made in China. Some of these things were like a made of a, what do you want to call it? Like a resin. So it's probably injection molded. But who knows? The tree chicken. There we go. The tree chicken. Live it. Thanks for coming in. You are new here, please make sure you are subscribed. And if you keep attending regularly, I will move you into the moderator status. There's going to be some special giveaways. So make sure you are commenting when you come in, and come to my live tomorrow and Saturday. And you'll end up being a moderator. And we're having some special giveaway items for people who have been coming to this morning live on my big giveaway on August 31st at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Lots of crazy stuff. I will be posting giveaway packages, videos all week long. So we'll see. All right, we got to go jump back here because Kelly is telling us a story about dog bites. Kelly was bitten by a little rat dog when you're like 7 or 8 playing kickball. Went over the fence in dog's yards, and you were the one that had to go get it. They did not want to say whether the dog had had his shots, and your mom went crazy. You think the cops got involved, and then they finally proved the paperwork, so you didn't have to get. No doubt, rabies vaccination is awful. Well, I was talking about pins, but we're talking about dog bites today for some reason. I'm a physical therapist in South Texas. I do home health, and so I've talked about going into people's houses and being around dogs and stuff. And I mentioned that I've only had problems with the blue heelers and a little bit of territoriality with the red ones. But I've only been bitten by the blue ones. They've only got after me, and actually 2 different ones. And they are sneaky little shits. Excuse my language. They will run around behind you, and they will hide behind like a car. or underneath a car to wait and come out and get you. They are sneaky little cusses. Yeah, anyway, that being said, yeah, I'm super careful, not because I don't ever want to get anyone's dogs in trouble. They are cowardly. Yes, no, they're not cowardly. They're just hurting. They don't want you to know they're there because they want to be able to control what you're doing. And they're really aggressive about that. And they're usually just defending their territory and following their instincts. When I said earlier, and I'll say it again, when a dog bites, it's not the dog. It's always a person, in my opinion. Always a person. Um, the Thank you. Good morning, Roger. I appreciate that. I hope your face is smiling too, and I hope everyone has a smile by the time they leave here. And I hope that you all go out and have a wonderful day and be nice to other people. All right. So yeah, if a dog bites, it's not the dog. It's a person. Either the owners have been bad or raised a bad animal, or the it's been abused or something like that, or the I made a mistake. That's always my opinion. I moved wrong. I did something wrong because we're the human. We're the intelligent ones. We should be in control of an animal. We should be able to be in control of an animal. Yes, hope you had a wonderful birthday, Roger, yesterday. And I'm really excited that there's this many August birthdays that are hanging out and coming in into my live streams. I think we've had like 3 or 4 in the past week that are all in the knife community. Yeah, it had to be the owner's fault. I mean, the attitude, all the rest. I mean, that dog was just not being taken care of properly, was not being raised properly, and that's my opinion. Um, that's all. That really is my sincere belief. I believe if an animal is for some reason misbehaving, it's usually the owner's fault that did something wrong. You know what I mean? It has to be. Anyway, next one I have. This is from Africa. So this is a pin from South Africa. It was a gift to me many, many, many years ago. And this one is hand carved. So I doubt it came from China. And I guess it's in like teak, some kind of wood. It's really cool. So moving on. Like I said, I'll get to some tactical ones in a little bit. Here is a pin. Well, here's a kind of a little cool one. There we go. All right. So here's a pin that you might want. Why does he have that? What's this stupid thing? So this pin can plug in to a plug on an old iPhone. I have an old iPhone I can use it on. And when you plug it in, it's a laser. So weird little pin, huh? Pretty cool little thing. It barely even opens anymore. There we go. I can get it open. But yeah, crazy little pin. It's a little laser. I just always thought that was so cool. I'm so silly. And obviously liking laser pins. Well, we have an O pin. This is the copper O pin Pro. It's not charged right now. For some reason, this one's battery. I also have this one in brass. This one's battery dies faster than this one. This one I've carried for 6 months and used it, and the battery just keeps going. If you can see the light on it, but there you go. And it's really, so I like to claim it's my neuralizer. So everyone look here into the light for me. Oh, is it going to turn on? My battery just died. Oh, there you go. All right, I'll turn it off. Look in the light for me. There you go. Now, you all are going to watch all my videos all day. You're going to stop and start each individual one, and you're going to stay up until at least 5 a.m. tomorrow doing it. Did it work? Yeah, I doubt it. Anyway, of course, I am joking. Please don't. If anyone were to do that, I would be freaking out. Great lasers are great exercises for the cat. Yeah, it's the #1 use. It's a great light, a great pin, and a great laser. Yeah, I mean, it does everything. They're really nice. If you're going to get one, you don't have to get one. I got the metallic ones because I like collecting metals too. Believe it or not, I collect a lot of shit. But the lasers are really good. Mark, did I miss you coming in? There we go. Mark, hello. I missed you. Sorry there. I hope today finds you happy, healthy, and whole. H to the 3rd power. May you go forth into the world and be nice to other people and take the joy that we have in here with us this morning out with you and make the world a better place. I'm just coming up with these all day long, aren't I? And I really most sincerely mean that. the world's such a dark place already. We don't need more of it. Let's just all make light and happiness and goodness in the world, and just bring more of that to ourselves too. That's just the way the world should be. That's my opinion. So anyway, I love the O Pen Pro. I have one in my pocket every day, and part of the reason for that is in case I do need to check someone's pupillary response. I just have that. I can just grab it and check. So once in a while, I might have to. It's been a couple times, over 20 some odd years, a couple times where I've actually had to check and see if someone was having a problem, a big problem, to where that would be a test. So typically, some inside therapy stuff. So when we do an assessment, we assess a person's range of motion, their ability to move, their strength, their ability to move with intent, right, force, the functionality of their movement, so their nervous system, whether or not the nervous system is intact peripherally out to the outside of the body. We look at pain, we look at balance, and we look at mobility. And this is for physical therapy. Occupational therapists add in some other stuff and look at different things. And we have a lot of overlap. So just so you know, they don't bill gait. We don't bill grooming and bathing, right? I mean, that's basically the differences between us, really. They don't usually work with the legs. So when we do an assessment, what led me to talk about this is the cranial nerves. We rarely will look at the cranial nerves, and when we do, it's because of something going wrong, right? I mean, person's talking to me, they're slurring their speech, they're not able to communicate well, they're having some kind of a problem, or they're in an immediate acute state, or they've had some kind of brain damage. And so what you look at is you look at the chin thrust, you look at a chin tap to see if there's a reflex there, you look at a chin thrust to see if they can shoot their chin forward and if it deviates. You do a tongue thrust to see if the tongue can thrust forward or if it deviates. Okay. You can also, if they're talented enough to curl the tongue, you can do all that type of weird stuff. You do a cheek puff, make sure the oral musculature is working adequately. Okay. And then you also check, hearing. You can check sensory smell, and then you check pupil dilation. And you want to look at whether or not the pupils are dilated, uneven, and there are some people that are just naturally uneven. It just happens over the years. And then whether or not they respond the same. So if I shine a light in this one and it goes, this one should go at the same time, or right afterwards. It'd be like, and it's fun to watch. Really, if you ever get a chance to check it out. So anyway, that's one of the reasons why I want to have a light with me. And that was actually my big reason why I got the first O Pen Pro when it came out. I was like, oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what I need. Something I can use while I'm working. And then if I have to use it, I have it. And I can be in a meeting and I can, we can use it to point out stuff. And I have before. Very useful pin. Very useful device overall. So not that I'm usually promoting I love Olight, but not that I'm promoting specific items in this room. But if you're gonna get and put the money into a good pin, $100 pin or less, that's probably the way to go. If not, then going with some kind of like a tactile bolt pin. This is a Keras pin. This is aluminum, and it is kind of like a bolt action, honestly. It's a spring loaded up and down, but if it had a thing here, it would be bolt action. And I'm sure I could actually. Yeah, it's just a hex screw. I'm sure I could attach something there if I ever wanted to. Aluminum, milled aluminum, very well done. It does, you can kind of see the split there. Nice pin. Pretty good pin. I won this one. So, yeah, I don't tend to carry it because when I win things that I'm going to keep because they were a gift or I win them or whatever, I try not to overly carry them, the exception being that open. But anyway, Kara, K-A-R-A's pins. Not bad. And the rest of the stuff is a combination of stuff. So I've mentioned KJ Pearson in here before as a friend on here. He also did some pin milling and design for a while, and he had sent me this pin. I've already killed the ink on it, but yeah, it's a pretty cool little pin. Kind of like a Kieranite. I don't even know what this is. Some kind of a plastic handle thing. Pretty cool little pin. He had sent me a couple of them when he was making them. All right, moving back down. You got the O Pen 3 as well, and it's great. Yeah, again, Dana, or again, Roger, I agree. Fed, got meds down. Now you got 30 minutes to wait to help with the back pain. Ed, stretch yourself. I can't tell you, I can't tell you how much it will help if you can do as much stretching as you can as possible. And good luck with your back pain. Take care of yourself when you're young. Yeah, the things they didn't tell us when we were young. Sit with good posture or your back's going to kill you. Yeah, they said sit with good posture. Sit up straight. They never said, or you're going to suffer in agony for 30 years. Yeah, hello? You got to state the consequences too, you know. So anyway, but no worries, and I pray for you in your back pain. I've had my share of it. They had me on serious medications. I had back surgery in 2004, and they had me on serious medications for about 10, 12 years, till finally we just couldn't do it anymore. It was a bad thing. And so stretching and exercise, that's all I've got now, and heat, vibration. Those are my go-tos to try to help. Mark, sorry, I had to step away. Darn work. No problem, Mark. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. I hope today finds you happy, healthy, and whole. Brown sugar, I have not. Yeah, back pain is a thing. Me too. I have a degenerative scoliosis. I am constantly in pain. I usually can only sleep about 4 hours. Part of the reason why I'm up and chipper in the mornings as well because I have to take naps. It's the only way I can get enough sleep in. But yeah, I hope you feel better soon, Ed. And I hope anyone suffering with pain feels better. I strongly recommend heat. Heat is just like a miracle for pain. If you can do it, if you have a heating pad or something like that, I recommend heat. Um, you like fountain pens? I've never gotten into fountain pens. That can be it's like watches. That can be a very expensive hobby. Very expensive and very, very, you can go into a deep rabbit hole down on fountain pens, for sure. There, Sharon, you can go in a deep rabbit hole. I've tried to avoid it. It scares me. I would really love to learn how to write well with one. You can execute some excellent penmanship things and make writing look really cool with a fountain pen. Pocket check mark, yes please. A Magaron Celora and a Civivi Sentinel Strike. Ice to control inflammation. If you can tolerate ice on your back, go for it. Or in a painful spot, ice for me causes me to clench up, and then worse, I'll get chills to the point where I have tremors. And if I lock up like that, it's just straight up agony. So I have to be very careful if I use ice for much of anything. Other pocket checks. What do you? Yeah, watches are a D. Do not get into watches. That is advice from Nick Chavez from the very beginning of my knife career, and I have listened to him like a religious guru. I will not get. I have a couple. Of decent watches. Not decent. Timex, whatever. A couple of nice watches. That if I ever, I never replace the batteries on them. I don't use them. I bang my arms into things way too much to wear a really nice watch. I don't know. Any of the rest of you do that? I'm the type when I walk, my arms go out slightly, and my hands and wrists are constantly banging into things and destroying anything like. I'm surprised this thing has held up. It's all scratched to hell. But yeah, it's held up. So I don't know about the rest of you all, but I do that. So I had a question that popped into my mind. Well, I guess let's finish up the pins and then I'll ask my question. Only got a couple more. So we have a unknown name brand tactical pin with a flashlight that actually still works. Wow. Huh. It's a screw based with a bottle opener, a pry bar screwdriver, and a little package cutter. It's not sharp to speak of. And I don't even know if there's actually a pin in here. I'm trying to remember if there's actually a pin. There's that. Okay, where's the rest of this stuff? There's the pin. So yeah, and yeah, there you go. It doesn't really fit. The cap doesn't really go on there. Not the best executed design, but it is definitely got the persuader tip on it. That's for sure. Real quick, just moving on. Here is a true utility pin with a level in it and a measuring. That's the main reason I liked it, but it also came with, let me find it, interestingly, a very nice 1/8 inch double-ended bit with a Phillips and standard screwdriver in it. Like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I got that one. And on to the last thing, a SOG Q1, probably the worst idea they ever came up with. It's got a pair of scissors in it, and I believe it's got a couple of other little multi-tools along with the pin. and the pin just has a tiny little thingy. So yeah, that's my majority of my pin collection. I used to have. Let me see if I can do this right. Get in there. There you go. I used to have some Mont Blancs. One of them fell and shattered, and I never used the warranty on it. And another one I gave away as a gift to one of my students back in the day. Um, Watches are a deep rabbit hole. We just said that. Been dealing with back pain, this is Ed, since he was 17. Back surgery in 2010 and not going anywhere. I expedited it. Expedited it? Or is that the word you meant to use? You've made it worse? Because that's kind of what that sounded like. I don't know if that's what you actually meant to say. Or you've expected it. That's possible. Yeah, it's not. Pain in general, some people are going to have a lot of it. Some people, I've had people in their 90s that have no pain. I don't believe them, but that's what they tell me. No pain at all. I'm like, yeah, you lucky bastard. I exercise. Why are you here? Why do I have to see you? Anyway, no, it's amazing that some people actually don't have any. How you deal with the pain, Ed? And the grace and love with which you deal with living with your pain and other people, that's what you're measured by, not the pain. Keep that in mind. It's the grace with which we deal with our problems and how we present ourselves and carry ourselves that is the important thing, at least that by my measure. Not the suffering. Everyone's going to have some level of suffering, and no one, I hate to tell you this, guys, no one gets out of this life alive. It's the way it is. So keep that in mind. So it's all about the ride. It's all about the journey, and it's all about how we get there. And that's why I keep telling people to go do nice things for people. Go be kind. Those little kindnesses do a lot for healing pain as well. I can be in pain, Ed, and I can go see somebody who, I mean, by my job, often I'm dealing with people that are even worse off than I am, of course. I can go see somebody and my pain goes down. Helping somebody else makes my pain go away. So I want to share that with you all. And if you are in severe pain, maybe try to find a way to help somebody else and see how you feel. I think you would be surprised. It's whatever you want to call it, mystical, divine, whatever. There's something to it. When I help other people, my pain goes away. I am outside of myself, and I have less pain by doing that. So it's a very important thing to think about. My Galaxy 4 was beat from the feet up. Yeah, you bang your arms into everything too. Yeah. I don't know why. It's just the way I move. Um, Marcos, pocket today. A Blue Jean Micarta Vosti Gator. I like the Gator. I think the Gator is a pretty cool knife, actually. Victorinox Compact and the i3T. I am giving away. The i3Ts are these little ones, right? I think. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I am wrong. Let me get this sucker off of there. I think these are the i3Ts. I have one here too. Very useful little flashlight. I am giving away. Oh no, these are the i3 EOSs. The i3T is the bigger one then with the AAA battery. I'm giving away 2 of these in little prize packs as well. I just haven't posted them yet. So anyway, I'm hoping everyone will enjoy. I realize that these aren't like $14 or whatever if you buy them on Olight. But they usually give them away as gifts. All the ones I've ever had, I've gotten as bonuses or gifts. So I'm happy to just give them on to everyone else I can. Being into everything Mr. Skullfire says, yep. It's just the way it is. Be careful as you get older. You start getting put on blood thinners. You're gonna want to be very careful not to be doing that. Okay, because it will hurt you later. All right. Yahoo! It's raining here. Ed, I'm sorry. You know what? Have a better day. Come on, everybody. Let's cheer it up. Ed, we want you to have. I'm sending you a knife, Ed. I am sending you a knife and a bunch of stickers. Smile. Be happy. it can. And another thing always to consider is, it can always be worse. And that's something I do have to tell my patients a lot of the time too, is that it can always be worse than it is right now. And it may not seem like it. It may not seem like it. But what you do right now will help you determine whether it gets worse or not, right? And it can always be worse. Trust me, I have seen worse. Okay, I have seen some really, really, really bad stuff. it is what it is. You can't take it to heart. Life is tragic, really. But we are not. We as human beings can overcome the tragedy and delight in everything in life and enjoy and make art and make music and all of these things that fight back against that tragedy, and that's what our job is here, I think. I know you've accepted it. I get it. I get it. Yeah, I've kind of accepted I'm going to be dealing with the amount of pain and back problems I'm into. It's just kind of what it is, and you know, there's no point in being down about it, right? I have had to tell people this too. If you're going to be in pain, and you know you're going to be in pain, there's not a darn thing you're going to be able to do about it. Well, you might as well be happy. And they look at me like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And I try to explain to them, "Look, you can be upset, down, and miserable and in pain, or you can be happy and in pain. That's your choice. You're still going to be in pain either way. So you might as well choose to be happy. I mean, why do you want to suffer more by being miserable?" And there is something, by the way, neurologically. Pain passes through what's called the limbic system in the brain. The limbic system is the part of your brain that controls your emotions and your outlook on life and your emotional response to things, your happiness, all of that type of stuff, right? So when a person is in pain, the part of their brain that is related to depression and not being happy is activated by those same nerves that are transmitting the pain. There is a tie-in there, and so if you override, and that's why antidepressants work for pain sometimes. If you override that section of the limbic system, sometimes that can interfere with the pain signal. So being happy can actually lower your pain. Interestingly enough. So you're saying you carry this same pen? I just want to make sure I've got the right one. This utility pen? Yeah, the True utility pen is a pretty cool pen. I I like it. It's pretty cool. I agree. Um, let's see. The handy little keychain lights. Yeah, and they're really honestly these little ones are really great as gifts. My preference is this guy. And I'm giving one of these away as well with the Protect, right? But it's the orange aluminum one. But they're a Tristan light, and I prefer it because it has two different brightnesses. So it goes from really bright to lower, like a moonlight, and then off. The only problem with this one is it barely locks, and so I have to be really careful, or it'll stay on to get it. And so I found that, in fact, I kind of have to push the button in extra hard to get it to turn off. Now, I originally had one of these and it got damaged. Olight sent me a brand new one under warranty, and I can only applaud Olight's warranty system too. I've had to use their warranties twice, and both times it was perfect. Yeah. Oh, you need the rain. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad you're getting it then. Sometimes being happy is easier said than done. Yes, it is. And that's part of the reason I was explaining that neurological thing, because it actually isn't part of the brain that's being turned off. But once you're aware of that, you can kind of you can become aware of it, and you say, hey, I'm being down because I'm in pain. Let me find something to be happy about, right? And go find something. Yes, but it is all about mindset, as Mark is saying, and I agree 100%. If you tell yourself, I am going to be happy, and you act like you're happy, you will be happy. And it is a fascinating phenomenon. And it's also kind of like what I'm saying about going and being nice to people. If you go and be nice to people, your world gets better. It's weird. And a part of it is because of the way you are viewing the world, your vision of the world changes, right? The filters that your brain is putting on your perceptions change. And so yeah, it does help. So go be nice, act happy, be nice. um yeah, to super glue it together. Well, that one I got from I want to say Academy or a hardware store, and only for like $10, maybe 15. That the little utility pin, I mean that thing was not very expensive. And they're pretty cool. You are out, Marcos. All right, Marcos, you have a wonderful day. Go and be nice to someone. do remember that, go and just hold a door, smile, give a friendly wave, make the world a better place, and it'll be a better place for you too. I promise. I mean that most sincerely. Um, so, Marcos, you have a wonderful day out there. So, I've actually got about 5 minutes myself, 3 to 5 minutes here myself. So we'll start getting ready to wrap up this show for the morning. You bought two of them for $5. Dang, Mr. Skullfire. Now that is cheap. You can, I super good. Keep super good. Huh? That's incredibly cheap, inexpensive. I mean, rather, a crazy good deal. I can't believe you can buy anything for $2 nowadays, or for $5 nowadays. Two of anything for $5. That's downright amazing. Um, where was I going? Well, Marcus is checking out on us. Everyone else, what are you carrying for the day? Just a reminder, I'm carrying my AD 20.5. That was a gift, and it makes me smile to remember that. One of the very first things. So I had Moose Duty. I don't know if any of you know Moose Duty, but Moose Duty was the winner of my very first giveaway that I ever did. He came back to a chat, one of the video yesterday on the posting, and made a big old post about how that giveaway um, affected his perception of the knife community and his participation in it. I would love for everyone to go read that, because that just really warmed my heart. It was one of the kindest things someone has said to me in a really, really long time. There's been a couple of other people that have said that this helps them, this morning show, and that, just having someone say, hey, go be happy, sometimes helps. I appreciate the feedback. If something good happens to you, feel free. If you don't want to tell everybody else in the world, that you want to just, let me know, please. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, man, that moved me. That makes it all worthwhile. One comment like that, and that makes all the effort that I've been putting in here over the past months to try and get this channel going, and to do giveaways and stuff. It makes it all worthwhile. It means I'm on the right track in life, and that we can change the world for a couple of people. You all know the starfish story, right? If you don't, let me tell you, because I like story time. So, person's walking along the beach, right? And they see someone bend down to the ground ahead of them, pick something up and run and throw it in the ocean. And that person runs back, and then they bend down on the ground, they pick something up, and they run, and they throw it in the ocean. And they keep walking. And this goes on for a while. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad to be able to provide you with distraction and entertainment. I mean that. That's cool. That's really cool. So they keep walking, and that person keeps throwing something back in the water, and they get closer, and they see that the beach is just covered in starfish, right? Just everywhere. Everywhere there's starfish. And millions of them. Just everywhere. And there's a person who just keeps running and grabbing one and picking it up and running and throwing it back in the ocean. And they look at him and go, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm trying to save them. He goes, there's millions of them here. There are millions. They're everywhere. You're not making a difference. Well, that person reaches down, picks up one, looks the guy in the eye and says, I made a difference for this one, and runs and throws it in the water. Keep that in mind. Yeah, and that's what that made me feel like. That made me feel like a starfish thing, It really did. So on that note, I'm going to get to wrapping this up. You all have an absolutely wonderful day. Go out and be nice to one another. Do kind things. It comes back 1,000-fold. Or at least if you believe esoterics, threefold. But yeah, I believe it comes back even more than that. And more importantly, it changes your world for the better and makes your day better. So do it out of selfishness. Go be nice to people because you're a selfish bastard, whatever. But do it. I mean, sometimes just being nice because you're selfish could be a thing, because it'll make your world a better place. So I hope I've appealed to the selfish ones. The kind ones will go do it. The lazy ones, I want you to be motivated because you'll feel better too. It'll make your day better. And as far as the mean people and the stupid people, well, we ain't got no use for you all. If you want to burn it all down somewhere else. All right, y'all. Y'all have an absolutely wonderful day. This will be where you get to look up my nostrils, and I send this thing off to production. And I hope the day is better for having been here. And I hope to see you all tomorrow. I hope to see moderators tonight. Anyone who's actively going to be moderating, you don't have to be just because you were here and I made you a mod. But if you're going to actively be moderating, please try to pop in 9 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight. I'll have that part done within 15 minutes. We'll just boom 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 over the points I want to make, and then we'll just hang out and have fun. So same as usual, just a little bit earlier, because I want to try and catch anyone who's on the East Coast that doesn't want to be up late. Okay, maybe I know 10 is pretty late for the East Coast, but it is what it is. The best I can pull off and get everybody together. So and not step on too many toes with other people's live streams. So yeah, I appreciate it. Everyone, you have a good day, and we'll send this off to production. Happiness, not out of any kind of obligation. So this channel to where it's doing giveaways, and I'm giving you all great stuff back every opportunity I have. That's my goal. So I hope you all have a good day. Lift you up, smile, be kind to one another, be nice. Catch you all tomorrow. Bye. It's been Patrick.